What's up, everybody? It's Logic Bomb 82 here with the Minecraft Union. Today we're playing Elite Dangerous. I'm going to show you what you need to start mining in this game. If you haven't played this game, it is a treat, but it is very hard. The tutorials are not that good, especially when you're trying to do specific things like mining. So we're going to jump right in here. Again, you can do this in almost any ship besides the starter ship. I wouldn't even bother on it, but what you need to do is go to the shipyard, get your ship upgraded, so you're going to have to run some quests or whatever. Whatever you need to do, get that done. Get a new ship purchased. So the one I have is a transport ship. I think it wasn't that expensive. I want to say it was like 100k. So when you get that purchased, or whatever ship you want to purchase, it doesn't really matter as long as it's got some the optional internal slots. This is what you're going to use. And see, I have 2 cargo racks in here, which ups my storage to 32, which isn't that big, but it's enough to do mining, the basics. So that's what I would recommend. You could do it smaller if you wanted, but you have to make a lot more trips than, in and out, which sucks. So if you got room, standard docking computer, I always recommend it. Docking is extremely fun in this game the first couple times you do it. Then after that, it gets really repetitive. And the standard docking computer takes all that away. It's very, very nice. So, recommend that. So, first thing you need to do for mining, though, is you need 3 things. You need a collector, the Lipid collector controller, which I have here. You need a refinery, which is right here. Then you need the prospect Lipid controller. Now, you don't actually need the prospect Lipid controller, I suppose, but it's almost not worth it if you don't have it. But if you don't have room, you need to leave something out. Leave the prospector out. So what that does is it shoots out these little limpets. They attach to the asteroid you're about to mine, and they tell you the ore that's in it, how much ore is there, so you know if it's good to harvest or not. And it also lets you harvest more ore out of it. So I'm not sure the percentage-wise how much more, but it seems like at least 50% more, maybe more than that even. So I definitely recommend it, but it is the one you can't leave out. So the refinery is the next big thing you have to have, and I wanted to touch on it because it's super important. There's a lot of different ones. What you want to look for in these is you want them to have, oops, where are they at? You want them to have a lot of bins. So the one I have in here cost me, I think it was 1,000,000 credits. It was expensive, but it gave me 6 bin counts. So what that means is you can be processing 6 ores at once, which is really, really important. Because asteroids are not going to have the same minerals in them. So it sucks to have to throw out like maybe 50% of something you have to make room for something else. So you want, starting out realistically, you want the 4-bin one, I would say. Where is it? Right there. It's 113 credits. If you can't afford that, I mean, you could go with the 3-bin one here. That's not bad, but if you can, grab the 4-bin. It's going to let you process 4 ores at once. That's what I had before I just upgraded to the 6-bin. So that's super important. Make sure you grab that. And like I said, the other thing was the Lipid, the collector. These go out and pick up the ore and bring them back to your ship, so you don't have to maneuver your little cargo rack over them and pick them up, which is a pain in the butt. I wouldn't even mind without this. So if you only have room for the refinery, I wouldn't even try it. It's going to take so long to pick all that ore up. It's not worth it. So get this collector, Lipid. You're going to need it. All right, next I'm going to go out to an asteroid, and I'm going to show you guys how to do everything. Forgot one thing. Another thing you need to do is you have to actually buy ammo for your lipids. If you don't, they won't function. So this is why you kind of need storage as well. That's why I recommend at least 32. So if you go to advanced maintenance over here, and go to restock. Here is your Lipid controls, and see I have 24 of them on my ship. I definitely recommend you get about 75% of your cargo filled up with them, because every time you send out one to an asteroid, it uses one of these. And then when you send out a collector, they only last for so long, and sometimes they'll hit the asteroid and get blown up. So you need to have them. So I would always refill, and I'd always refill about at least 75% of your current storage. Because you're going to use them as you go. You're going to fill in those spots with the ore that you're collecting. So it all works out. Once the next thing you need to do is you need to find an actual place to mine ore. This is not that hard. It is hard finding good spots, but it's not hard to get started. So if you go to your navigation panel, go up and set your filter. This is the easy way. You can just filter it for asteroid clusters. Then go back, and it's going to show you these are asteroid clusters that are going to have mineable ore in them. So you can just go there to do it. Now, if you want to find the better ore, if you go out to your galaxy map here, I know there's some decent ore here. So you want to select that, and then as long as you've been there, you can view the system map. Then click on this little dot arrow thing right here, and then when you click on these, so this is an asteroid field, sorry, and the ring type is rocky. So rocky is like the least, it's going to have the least valuable ore in it. So you don't really want to go there. So here, these have the rings, so they have minerals in them, and they are rocky as well, so not that great there either. Now this planet has metal rich, which is nice. So this is where you probably want to go to mine. This one's rocky, and I believe this one is rocky as well. Yeah. So the one we want to hit up here is metal rich. It's going to have the best minerals in the ore for us. So we're going to select it, and I'm going to take you there. Alright, so we're approaching this ring, and you don't have to actually stop right at the whatever planet it's around. You can just hit right in the middle of the ring. Slow down to proper drop speed. And you get this hot drop right in. See all these asteroids? There's a crazy amount, so plenty of harvesting to be done. Alright, let's get to one of these. Alright, so once you get to an asteroid, like we are here, you need to go hit the 4 key. You're going to go over to your fire groups. If you don't already have this set up, you need to set up your lasers on 1, and then your prospector, lipid control, and your collector on different keys, so you don't trigger them at the same time, obviously. So that's how you have that set up. That's how mine are. And then if you go over to inventory, you're going to see your refinery listed here. It's going to show you the ore that you're probably not going to have any in it because you haven't refined any yet. But this shows you what I have so far. So I have my 6 slots, and when these hit 100%, you get that ore basically in your inventory. So let's go back out here, and I'm going to show you how to scan it. This is my collector. First thing I'm going to fire is the prospector, though, so it can analyze the asteroid. So when it fires out, you'll see it shoot out. You have to actually select it. See how I have it selected now? So your target button, and then when it lands, it'll analyze, and it shows you down there in the bottom, right here. It shows you what's in there. So the minerals remaining is 100%. It's all the pedolite, or however you say that, and it has low material content. So this actually isn't a very good asteroid for us. So I do have 73% of that, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it just to finish off that bar, though it's not really worth it. So next thing you need to do, though, is you fire off your collector. Now, depending on the one you bought, some can only have 1 collector out at a time, some can have 2. So mine can control 2 limpets, so 2 collector limpets, so they're both out there right now. They'll both be collecting. So now I'm going to switch over to my lasers. On these, if they don't work for you, go into your inventory, go over to functions, and then go down to turret weapon mode, right? This has to be set to forward fire. If it's not set, your mining lasers will not work. I think default it's set towards target only or something like that. So switch it to forward fire, and then your mining lasers will work. So here we go. Now we're mining. You'll see ore slowly shoot off as you go. But you'll also see my limpets come in and pick these up. See that one just grabbed it? Open your cargo hold with home, or your cargo scoop. That way your limpets can drop the cargo back into your ship. Switch your power over to your weapons to make the mining. Oh, collecting failed. Okay, so what happened there is one of my limpets hit the asteroid. It blew up. Now I only have 1. So you got to kind of back away from the asteroid so you can still hit it, but as it rotates, it doesn't get too close to you. That's what happened there. Once if you have a limpet on there and you're mining, if you don't have the limpet selected, you can't see how much ore is left. As long as you have it on there, you'll get a pop-up message and a dialogue that'll tell you that the asteroid's depleted. That's another benefit of using those. Otherwise, it's just you have to watch. When ore starts stop shooting off, then you realize that it's done. But the limpets help tell you that. See up there in the top where it says collected elements coronium? You'll get those from these two, and that's used for the engineering. See, that limpet there just exceeded its range, so it got destroyed. So you can only move so far away. But that's the... There's another one. but that's the basic of mining. So hopefully that helped everybody out. If this helped you out, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Help me grow my community. I would really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, and have a great day.